Welcome to the video. I know some of you guys are like, what is so good about Melevent? I know you guys like, I heard that earlier, like, well, why does Melevent think he's the god, or such and such? Well, this is it. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was telling them about, the difference between me and a lot of people in this game is that I've been around for every era, and I fought against every era of DC Universe Online. Every era, from the beginning till now. Every PvP era. So, that's villains and heroes. So there's some villains that you guys didn't get a chance to fight, such as Martis X, such as Merculator, which you guys probably seen in a recent video. Merculator one-shot Adventus. I beat Merculator 4-0. You know what I mean? It's actually on YouTube. It's a lot of videos against a lot of people. If you guys don't want to give me credit, that's fine. I could care less. My record speaks for itself. I don't need your credit. You know what I mean? I don't need your credit. One of the things for sure that I've been doing a lot this week, and I'm going to continue doing, is uploading people. You know what I mean? To show them who I am, and what I can do, and what I have done. That's what my record is, what I have done. Because a lot of people don't know what I have done, or they say, oh, you did this, you're that, you think you're all this, you think you're all that. No, I don't think I'm the best. I don't believe I'm the best. I believe I'm one of the best. I don't think I'm all that. I believe that I'm a good competitor. I'm competitive. I'm more competitive than a lot of you guys. You guys think losing is okay. That's probably the difference between me and a lot of you guys, is that losing is not okay. I never thought losing was okay. So that's another reason why I do have more wins than a lot of you guys. Because I keep counting my wins. I care about my wins, and winning matters to me. So that's the difference between me and you guys. You guys, a lot of wins don't matter. Wins don't matter to you. You know what I mean? And so when you lose, you don't count the losses. That's why a lot of you guys are surprised when all of a sudden you're uploaded and you don't know why or how I got the footage. You're like, oh man, how did you get it? Because my wins count. My wins matter. My wins definitely matter. Like I was saying, I fought some real fighters. Like Murcielago. Like, of course, One Piece's Martis X, Polka Dot back then. A lot of One Piece people back then. A lot of Soldier Light guys, like, and Rest in Pieces guys. So Savage when he was Rocky, changed his name. You know what I mean? Kevin Nash back then. A lot of guys who don't even play the game anymore. I destroyed every league there was back then. And every individual player that they said, oh, so that guy is good, or anytime somebody mentioned that guy was good, anytime I seen somebody fighting, I beat them. You know what I mean? And you guys don't know that. This generation doesn't know that, because you're a new generation. You don't know. You don't know the truth to everything. You don't know why they built the server for you guys to hate me, to discredit my wins. Anybody would do that. Such as, for example, as Forbidden, trying to discredit my wins, pops a supercharge. As you see, I'm uploading him, and he doesn't even know that, oh yeah, that's when I was in that league, or when I had that. He's going to continue to upload it, just like John, just like anybody else who messes with me on YouTube, Ventus, Lamar, anybody. You know what I mean? Anybody messing with me, I upload more than they upload me, because I have more wins than they do. Period, done, finish. That's just the honest truth. Because I fought in a time where PvP mattered. I've been here before Checkmate days. Guys talk about Checkmate days, right? I talk about Avatar Bombarder days. I talk about days where, it was totally different. Where PvP was real PvP. Not what it is now. You know what I mean? You guys consider PvP something great now. It's not. It's not. When I first started playing this game, there was Avatar Bombarder. And there was another weaker gear too that when it first came out on the hard disk. I had the hard disk. But Avatar Bombarder days is the days that I'm talking about, when I really went to war. And in those days, heroes didn't stay in the Watchtower, and villains didn't stay in the Hall of Doom. There was no such thing as Fight Club. You know what I mean? You would leave the Watchtower, and the first villain you seen, it was war. It was war. That's the way DC Universe was. And now it's different. Now the developers, which is developers and communications maps, have adjusted the game to take credit from where credit is due, because the players who deserve the credit, they don't like them. You know, I can give an example. I always use Smile Before Death for example because he's the #1 most popular person in all of DC Universe. And just because they don't like him, no matter what they did, they would promote everybody else so they could catch up to Smile. You know what I mean? Like Meps would try to promote everybody else so they could catch up to Smile and do whatever he could. You know what I mean? But Smile did all that without his help. You understand what I'm saying? He got all those subscribers without his help. Everybody else who's part of DC Universe, who has subscribers, anybody over 2,000 subscribers that is part of DC Universe was helped by Meps, and those people who were helped by Meps may help 1 or 2 other people, as you can see lately, and they come up. But other than that, you know what I mean, everybody else got it on. So every time you see Smile Before Death's YouTube, you know he did that all by himself. Every time you see mine, I did it all by myself. You know what I mean? And every time you see Most Realist, he did it all by himself. You know, Godman does it all by himself. You know what I mean? And I want to say that this is the reason why they changed PvP, did update 41, so that guys like us who were beating their friends would be calibrated or clamped to lose, no matter what the day may be. You know, and but I just wanted to say that I've been here for a long time. I've been here for half a decade. This game that came out in 2010 really was introduced in 2009. You know what I mean? I remember Spittle's funny looking face in 2009 in the video. I can actually show you guys the video one day. You'll be laughing looking at Spittle in 2009. You know what I mean? But one thing I gotta say, hopefully this video does get to Spittle. In 2009 and 2010, you said you made a game for everybody, not a game to favorite people. And I don't know where you went and where you lost your roots, and you decided to listen to Meps and create a game to favor just a certain group of people. That's cool. But that's up to you, you know what I mean? But your game is in a great decline. Elder Scrolls, Dragon Ball Z, Nexus, Final Fantasy, Naruto, Metal Gear Solid multiplayer. There's a couple games coming out that will destroy DC Universe. So, you know, I'm just saying this message to let people know where I came from, you know, and how great this game was. And I came from the time that this game was great, and I'm still here, and no one from my era is here. I mean, basically, as you can see, everybody from my era is definitely playing another game, advertising another game, you know what I mean, especially on a USPS server. No one from my era is here from the USPS server anymore. You know, I'm the last man standing, you know, and I'm the last legend standing. That's what I gotta say. I'm definitely the last legend standing in DC Universe Online, on a USPS server, you know, hero side. I'm the last of them, and no one takes PvP as seriously as me anymore. No one understands what winning is anymore in this game, and it's because of the lack of quality in the game now, the lack of quality in PvP, and the lack of quality in PvP is awful. You know, I would never look at a game as Dragon Ball Z Universe, but I have. I probably would never play Elder Scrolls Online, but I have, due to the fact that the lack of effort is made in PvP is awful. Like, it's just awful. You know, when Home Turf came out, it saved PvP. It was a 2013, 2014 mechanic. When this game was created, that was 2009, 2010. So they degraded the game, you know what I'm saying? They devolved the game. I don't know what word you want to use, you know what I mean? And they brought it back to 2009, 2010 mechanic is what they're using now when they took out Home Turf. And now when you play Elder Scrolls Online or Dragon Ball Z, they have something similar to Home Turf, just like Naruto will. You know what I mean? And all these rules that these guys would have, all these other games don't have these rules, and it's stealing customers or taking customers and from, you know, DC Universe Online. And one thing I have to say before I finish, I read somewhere that Meps doesn't care about paying customers. That's cool, but Daybreak Games, I have to say this to you: if you want to not sell cheap like Sony sold you, SOE cheap, if you don't want to sell it for cheap, you understand what I'm saying? You might want to fire Meps and make an adjustment to the game, because I know you guys feel, oh yeah, there'll be new great players all the time. They come and go. I know that's probably the way you feel, right? But if you have a guy like Meps in the office that makes great players come and go and feels like it's okay, what if I told you there was a point in time in this game great players stayed? What if I told you that 2013 was probably the best year DC Universe had? You know what I mean? 2012, 2013, into 2014. As you can see, no numbers for 2015 for this quarter, and I believe the quarter before, because it's about almost 2 quarters, right, since they did Home Turf, right? I bet you've seen a decline. Out of everything they've done, all the little sales and all the little additions they said they've done, I bet you've seen a decline, right? But like I said, this is the last legend standing. LORDgODxMELOVENT USPS server. No one from my era fights anymore. And just wanted to say that soon I won't be here either. But before I go, I want to say that I stayed as long as the game lasted, and the game's in decline. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.